Pause. Put your phone down. If you're not watching this video in full screen, close all other tabs. What I'm about to reveal in the next few minutes may shake you to your core. It might feel uncomfortable, because what you're about to hear is the truth. And when it comes to seduction, the truth is something many men avoid most. You're tired. Admit it. Tired of chasing women who always feel out of reach. Tired of memorizing cliches, cheap techniques, and various manipulations that ultimately make you feel like a misprogrammed social robot. You're also tired of spending energy, time, money, and sometimes even self-esteem, only to receive indifference, red receipts, or most painfully, being stuck forever in the friend zone. The problem with your failure isn't your looks. It's not the amount of money in your account. It's not even your lack of humor. The real cause lies elsewhere. You're too transparent, too predictable, and if I'm being honest, you often become an emotional doormat where a woman sweeps her doubts before finally going to a man who truly understands what's going on. She doesn't need flowers from you, nor does she need empty compliments. What she really wants is to feel a solid, unwavering presence, something you've probably never shown her. Today, I'm not going to sell you another cheap trick. Instead, I'm going to give you the key to a treasure chest. Just 2 words. 2 simple words that, when spoken with the right intention, the right depth, and a true understanding of female psychology, can break down her defenses, touch her soul, and ignite an attraction so powerful she loses control. This isn't magic. This is advanced psychology combined with one of the oldest and most powerful philosophies known to mankind. Stick with it until the end. If you miss even one step in building these 2 words, you'll be like a parrot repeating a formula without truly understanding its power. The journey begins now. Welcome. If you're still here after this brutally honest introduction, there's something rare within you. A desire to seek truth beyond momentary comfort? That's the first quality of a real man. To understand a woman and win her heart, not as a trophy, but as a partner who consciously and willingly chose you, you must first understand the deepest nature of human desire. We live in an age of constant noise. Everyone is clamoring for attention. Women are inundated daily with shallow validation and empty signals. If you emit the same noise, you'll automatically be filtered out like the rest. The approach we're about to discuss isn't the path of the noisy hunter. It's the path of the sage, the path of the stoic. Why stoicism? Because it's the highest philosophy of self-mastery and inner strength. You won't be able to conquer anyone, especially a woman, if you haven't conquered yourself. The emperor and philosopher Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in history, once wrote, "Look within yourself. There lies the wellspring of goodness, and it will never run dry as long as you dig for it." Understand this well. The source of your attraction is not outside of you, not in her reaction to you. It is within you. Most men approach women in a begging position. They ask for approval, attention, phone numbers, even their bodies. This is a form of emotional begging, and instinctively a woman cannot respect, let alone desire, a beggar. A stoic man asks for nothing. He is already whole. He interacts with women not to take something, but to offer them stability, strength, and a rare ability, the ability to truly see them for who they are. This is where it all boils down. We will delve into female psychology, not to manipulate them, but to understand them so deeply that your very presence becomes addictive. The biggest mistake men make is confusing doing with being. 99% of men view seduction as a series of actions. What should I say? Where should I take her? How should I act? But the moment you start asking questions like that, you're essentially entering role-playing mode. You're an actor waiting for applause. A woman's intuition is a biological radar honed over thousands of years of evolution. It can sense insincerity very quickly. It knows when you're playing a role, waiting for a certain reaction, or simply reading a script. When that happens, you're not truly present. Your mind is caught between the expectation of the outcome and the fear of past failures. True intimacy doesn't come from a perfectly planned dinner. It comes from the real moment. When a man can stop time with the power of his attention alone, he doesn't need clownish tricks. All he needs is your authentic self without any overly exaggerated attempts to impress. Every time you try to prove your worth, you're subconsciously saying that you don't fully believe it. You need a complete shift, from merely doing to truly being. Without this shift, the two words we'll discuss later will just sound fake. If this path resonates with you, subscribe to this channel. This isn't just YouTube, this is character building. Now we get to the heart of the matter. The first word is the foundation of your reality. That word is I. Not the narcissistic I, but the I of presence. I exist. I am here. I have values, and I will not betray them just to gain approval. A woman isn't really looking for financial security. What she needs is emotional security. She needs to feel that the man in front of her is more emotionally stable than she is. When you say, I think, it's a statement, not a request. When you say, I want, it's an expression of power, not a demand. Compare these two sentences. Maybe we could go somewhere if you want. I'd like to take you out tonight. Be ready by... One is asking permission to simply exist. The other is offering an experience. The stoic I is like a mountain. The weather may change, the wind may shift direction, but the mountain remains standing. The second word is see. The complete sentence is, I see you. Not with my eyes, but with my soul. Seeing means understanding what lies behind the mask. Not to fix, not to rescue, but to understand. When you say, I see you, you are actually saying, I see your vulnerability. I see your fear, and I don't judge you. That is the highest form of emotional validation. And ultimately, that is what every human being desires most, to be truly seen. The conclusion is simple. These two words won't work if they're simply spoken. They must be lived. Be a rock. Be a mirror. And a woman will choose you not out of need, but out of respect.